Week 9 of the fantasy football season. Here's a few wide receivers. I have his sleepers this week. The first receiver, Michael Wilson of the Arizona Cardinals. So he's someone no one's even thinking about right now, most likely to put in their starting lineup. But this week, a great matchup at the Dallas Cowboys. They give up the most fantasy points to wideouts on the season. And we saw it last week. Troy Franklin, who had one good game all season, went out there versus Cowboy defense and went for 6 for 89 and 2 touchdowns. So Wilson this season, he hasn't done much at all. He's failed to reach double-digit fantasy points in 7 games he's played this year. So this week, he's definitely a deep sleeper. Like I said, 97% of leagues he's out there. So the last few weeks, week 5 versus Tennessee, 2 catches, 16 yards. Week 6 in Indianapolis, 4 catches, 44 yards. And week 7 versus the Packers, 3 catches, 40 yards on 4 targets. So like I said, Dallas defense can't stop anyone. Well, their attention's going to roam anyway to Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison in this game. And that's where I think Michael Wilson could slip loose a few times in this game and be a good sleeper option because the secondary's depleted. Their best corner, Trevon Diggs, he's going to be out a few more weeks minimum. And I think Wilson this week in deeper leagues is a good sleeper option. Next receiver, Luke McCaffrey of the Washington Commanders. So Terry McLaurin, he had a good game last week and then once again got injured and already announced out for this week with the quad injury. So now McCaffrey's going to step in to a bigger role. I know week 7 at Dallas, it was a tailor-made matchup for him where both Debo and McLaurin was out. And he had a goose egg in that one. But the last few weeks before that, week 5 at Los Angeles Chargers, a catch 50 yards. Week 6 versus the Bears, a catch 33 yards, a touchdown. Then, like I said, the goose egg versus Dallas on 2 targets. And then week 8 at Kansas City, 3 catches, 24 yards. So Jaden Daniels, it's looking good. He's going to be back in the starting lineup. Obviously, a much better quarterback than Mariota. Spreads the football out. And him and Luke McCaffrey do have rapport. So this week versus Seattle, that give up the 17th most fantasy points to receivers on the season. I think McCaffrey could go out there, like I said, pouring out of this game and have a decent performance. And the final receiver, Chimere DK of the Tennessee Titans. And DK, not a lot of people taking seriously. He's still available in 84% of fantasy leagues. In the last 2 weeks, he's gone out there and put up some good numbers as DK for this Tennessee Titan team. Week 6 at Vegas, 2 catches, 8 yards. Week 7 versus New England, 4 catches, 70 yards, a touchdown on 4 targets. And week 8 at the Colts, 7 catches, 93 yards, 8 targets. So to me, Calvin Ridley most likely going to be out once again. He hasn't practiced. It's a bye week in week 10 anyway for this Titan team. And we know this Tennessee Titan team's not going anywhere. But they might as well just play the young kids and see what they got for the future. And this season, and DK and Cam Ward have a good rapport. So in a game versus the Chargers where they're going to be trailing early and often and have to chase points, it wouldn't be surprising if DK has his 3rd game in a row with double-digit fantasy points. So that's a few wide receivers. I have his sleepers for week 9 of the fantasy football season.